That's how they got there.
It's time for the men's
Here they come.
60 metres world final. We start with all of them coming into the arena. Let's welcome
Tada just a stride or two ahead of Ali, the rest. Tada, by the way, making history. No Japanese man has ever appeared in a world indoor final over 60 metres. Daphne, you have won global titles and finals. How on earth do you keep on top of your nerves on an occasion and a night like this?
To be honest, I love the nerves. Like, I know when I have the nerves, then I'm good. Like, I feel good. Like, I give 10% more than I already had. So, to be honest, this for me was the positive energy.
Well, let's see whether Noah Lyles, Christian Coleman can harness the positive energy. He always says what he's going to do, Noah Lyles, and he's indicated he'll run the fastest time in the world this year and take the gold. Shuhei Tada, the first man from his country ever to make this short sprint final. Could he break his PB? He's in 1, Henrik Larsson's on the outside in 8, 10 times a national champion. Magnificent run to the final. Chatura Ali has made a European Championship final. That was 2 years ago. This, perhaps, is a bigger stage, especially with the build-up to Paris. Omanyala in 7, Commonwealth champion, African champion. Magnificent in qualification for this final. Could he use that power? His fellow African, Emmanuel Eseme, Cameroonian. 2 national records, 1 in qualification, 1 in the semis. Akeem Blake, the 3rd fastest man in the world this year. Could he deny the Americans a golden finish? Christian Coleman, the world record holder, the fastest man in qualifying for this final. He's desperate to reclaim the crown in front of his parents. There is the roar. Is the American Lion going to deliver once more? Coleman in 4, Lyles in 5. Tada Japan, Ali Italy, Eseme Cameroon, Coleman USA, Lyles USA, Blake Jamaica, Omanyala Kenya, Larsson Sweden.
On your marks.
The shortest sprint perhaps provides the hardest challenge. Perfection needed from start to finish. 6.5 seconds separates one of these men from global glory in Glasgow. It's the final of the men's 60 metres.
Set.
The start is absolutely key. Coleman's got away well, and this time perhaps it's not going to be Lyles, or is it? Coleman! Coleman reclaims the crown. He got the start he needed, and this time he does deny his younger compatriot. For the first time in 2 decades, his mum and dad have come to support him. And it was destined to be Coleman's crown in Glasgow. A great performance from Lyles, but it's silver for him, bronze for Blake. He was magnificent in the semis. And he has taken his chance to remind everybody he's still a global force. Coleman is the world indoor champion. And this time, it's silver instead of gold for Noah Lyles.
Oh, wow. What a race, what a start. Like, wow. Coleman was on fire. Out of the blocks, he was like in front and he didn't let go. So I was really surprised because you saw Noah Lyles was coming, but still, what a race. Wow. One of the best races I ever saw before in the indoor season, I guess.
It was so intriguing because he did get a better start. But Lyles, I thought the gap was big enough, and then Lyles began to close. Obviously, 65 metres, 66 metres, but it's not. It's 60 on the nose. And I think if we talk, Daphne, about Noah Lyles, this is not his best distance.
Of course not. No,
He's
it's
a
not.
200 runner
Yeah.
who managed to step down brilliantly to win the 100 in Budapest. But let's take nothing away from Christian Coleman. How much tonight must mean to him?
Yeah, I think he's in the end he will be very happy. But he came here and just for one thing, to be honest, he wanted to be the world champion. And of course, the times are really fast, but Coleman was on it from the beginning. So I think this time he needs to say, okay, the 100 meters is for me, the 200 meters too, but the 60 meters is yours now.
And I promise you, I'm not making this up. I absolutely promise, if you're watching our coverage, I'm sitting alongside Daphne Skippers, a two-time world champion over 200 meters. She scribbled on a piece of paper, Coleman, Lyles, Blake, in that order, just as I was going through the last little build-up to the start of the race. Takes a champion to know a champion.
Yeah, it's always a guess, of course, because it's so close, but still, yeah. I like it to always write it down for myself.
Right, talk us through this. Coleman got away well. Lyles wasn't too far behind, but probably between 20 and 30, the gap was too big, and then he started coming.
Yeah, you saw the first couple steps, like that makes the difference between Coleman and Lyles, because Coleman is really quick and really fast, short steps, and Lyles needs to take a little bit more time, but in the end he will make a bigger steps than Coleman. So yeah. Now you can see the big steps of Lyles, like it's huge.
He was coming, but this wasn't a race over 100 or 200. This was a 60, and Coleman decided it was his for the taking.
It's amazing, you never take these opportunities for granted, so I was happy I was able to put out a good show.
Two men at the peak of their powers over a nerve-jangling 6.5 second race. And actually, do you know what, Daphne? It's been a while since Noah Lyles has lost in a global final. I thought he took that very sportingly.
Yeah, but I think he's doing things like this to compete himself, like just to be focused on what he was doing. So I think that's why he takes the 60 meters as well, because he knows that it's not his best event, but it's fun. It's every small mistake and you end up in the maybe fifth or something. So he knows that he needs to clear his mind and go for it.
Omanyala giving Christian Coleman a hug. Back on top, world indoor champion once more to go alongside his world record from all those years ago in Albuquerque. And there's the roar from Mum. Not Lyles tonight, it was Mrs. Coleman Sr. who had the honour of hoisting her arm in the air to acknowledge her son.
How cool is that? To have them around then.
Brilliant. Brilliant from Coleman. He cranked up the pressure on Noah Lyles with an absolutely phenomenal performance in the semi-final, and he backed it up exactly when he needed it.